Several months ago, I got my A ranking in Atlanta, and I've been holding on to it ever since. Haven't entered not one single race as an A driver, so I could race in the GT1 League here on Gran Turismo 7. What a dream come true, and I'm going to be doing it in virtual reality, and you get to witness and see how I did in my first ever GT1 League here in the Gran Turismo World Series. Now the flyover's done, the national anthem has been sang, and it's time to go racing here on Martin Sim Racing. As you can see, I did choose Alfa Romeo as my manufacturer, and I am driving a little four-wheel drive car because that was what worked best for me in practice, so that's what I went with on this particular race. So sit back and enjoy, and let me show you how I did in my first ever GT1 League here on Gran Turismo 7. So as you can see, I qualified for 4th, so we're on the first lap here with this footage toward the end of the first lap, and we are still in P4. We did qualify for 4th in our first ever GT1 League race, and that is very significant because I did not know if I'd be in the same league as these guys. To be honest with you, I was so happy to qualify 4th, and the time I put up really wasn't near as good as what I was capable of putting up, so I could have probably come in 2nd and gotten a few more positions here in my first race ever as an A driver. So that told me that, hey, speed-wise, I'm in the same league as these guys. I'm in the same ballpark, and I do belong here. And, you know, nobody else is really using this car. They're using the other Group 4 car. But you can see P2 goes wide. He comes right back on here to start lap 2, and everything stays the same. But those guys, P2, P3, they're just right in front of me. They're right there for the taking. P1, he's starting to pull away a little bit from everybody, but the racing going on here is keeping me close. But I do have a string of cars, I mean a string of cars right behind me. So if I make one mistake, and I have in this league as an A driver, that's going to be the thing. You can't make mistakes. So he just brakes a little later than I do, so I dart off to the inside. I'm not trying to dive bomb or anything. I was just trying to get the car slowed down without, you know, running into him, and it ended up being an overtake, and I get into P3. So let's look at it again here. I'm braking a little later than him. I kind of go to the inside. I get the position, give him plenty of space, and we're just faster through the turn. As you can see, I got a little bump there, but no big deal, no harm done there. And we are up into P3 here at toward the end of lap 2 in our first ever GT1 League race. So I'm ecstatic. I'm like, hey, crap, man, maybe I'll get a podium in my first one. You know, I can't believe it. And P1 seems like he's slowing down a little bit. He's just right there. P2's for the taking. And now I'm kind of getting cocky and thinking in my head, hey, I'm fast. I'm good. I mean, like, I need to be mid-A, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm really starting to feel it, baby, and I'm going to drive the crap out of this car. So here we are starting lap 3 as we're going to get more into it and see what unfolds, because there's a lot of action early on here in this race. Now don't fast forward right here, because this is a key moment of this race for me as we're coming through the last chicane here on lap 3, still in 3rd place, still right there behind P2, just taking the curve like I normally do. I felt like it was just like normal, and boom, we get a half-second penalty. Now every time I did this race in practice, every time I ever raced around this track in practice, I struggle with getting these half-second penalties. You can see it right there. I'm sure if we zoom in, I'm sure if we go at it and look at it real closely, I committed a penalty. But it looks, when you just watch it real, you know, just casually watch it, it looks the same as any other lap I do, right? It looks exactly the same. But man, I don't know what it was like in the GT2 and GT3 league if they had it set different. But in GT1 league, those penalties were tighter than the F1 stewards. I mean, it was bad, bad, bad. And this penalty killed me, man. It hurt me so bad because you can't make mistakes at this level. That's the thing. In the B leagues, you know, you get a half-second penalty, no big deal, you know, you still do okay. But here, I mean, you just got a parade of people behind you. So let's see how bad it hurts us here toward the end of lap 3. Here it is. So boom, one guy's going to pass us right away, and we're going to drop into P4. The Toyota goes by, then another guy passes us right here. So now we're in P5. So we go from P3 to P5. It's terrible. We still be up there in P3, right on P2's butt. And we got your boy Blue, that's his name, right behind us in P6. Now watch carefully what happens right here. This was a pivotal moment in the race. Right here at the end of this straightaway, he darts to the inside. I'm okay with the move. I saw it coming. I decide, you know, it's not worth wrecking right now. Let's just stay calm. Things are going to happen. And then I'm trying to hug the inside, and he comes back over on me and hits me. Now, when that first happened, I thought, oh my God, I ruined this guy's race. But looking in the mirror, he actually catches his slide. He's okay. Watch what happens right here in slow motion. He comes to the inside. Okay, that's fine. He takes the position. And then as we come around here, because this is going to be debatable in the comments, we can debate whether I was wrong or right here. Let me know what you think. But he's coming back trying to hit that apex, and I was there, and he ran into me. Now, to me, I think the rule is if my car is sticking past the back of his car, then I'm good. I have that position. So you can see it right here. Promise you, my car is sticking slightly past the back of his car. So by the rule book, I feel like I had the position. I don't think I was in the wrong. I was going to say I was sorry. Kind of glad I didn't, because now I don't know. Let's watch it right here from this angle. Coming around there. See, there I am. Now he comes over. He wasn't coming over until I'd already got there. And so in real time in VR, I thought, well, he's just staying wide because he was a little wide. But you see, he comes back, then he gets hit again. But he only drops back 2 positions. And you'll see right here, he comes back in this race. He's going to end up catching back up with us, and we're going to have some good battles with your boy Blue there. So he's only 2 people back. He's like P7, we're in P5 here. We're on lap 6 now. We're coming to the end of lap 6. But that was a critical moment, because you can see P4 and 3 are still right there. But if it wasn't for that half-second penalty, I still believe I'd be in P3 right now. So here we are on lap 12. We've gotten back up to P5, and your boy Blue's caught up with us, because I do think he was faster than me. He was faster than me, but he's one of those guys, he'd be really fast, and then he'd kind of do something crazy, and he'd be 2 or 3 seconds off on one lap, you know, and then he'd be really fast a couple more laps. So he wasn't as consistent as I was, but he was raw speed-wise, he was faster. So he kind of goes around, and I kind of give him some space to go around right there, because I'm kind of thinking at this point, I hadn't watched the replay yet, I thought, well, that may have been my fault. Since he's caught back up, let's just let him go on by, you know, that's all we can do. And he didn't try anything, so I don't think he thought it was our fault. But we're going to get an opportunity right here, as you keep watching, to try to beat your boy Blue. As you can see, those other guys, P4, they're kind of way up there now. And in this league, I mean, I'm not going to close that gap unless they make a mistake. And people do make mistakes, even at A+, but they don't make them very often, especially on races like this where they've probably been practicing all week. They're just probably not going to make a lot of mistakes unless it's forced upon them. As you can see, your boy Blue slips off on the micro, and the F1 stewards get him again, and he's got a half-second penalty. So I'm thinking, man, just stick close here on lap 7, and at the end of lap 7, when he slows down, boom, we can go right by him again. And so let's see what happens. We come around here to the end of lap 13. Excuse me, I don't know why I said lap 7. Lap 13, the end of lap 13, we come around here, boom. Now, he does a smart thing there. I think that's smart. Serve a penalty over there in the pits. Just get out of the way. And so now my strategy is, you know, in this race, we don't have to change our tires, and we don't have to take fuel. It's not going to be a fuel race, but we do have to pit. So we can just run through there and pit without doing anything, and then just run back out. So I was going to, I stayed out until lap 22, because nobody was in front of me, nobody was behind me, so it gave me the best opportunity to put up fast laps. But, you know, I did get lackadaisical and not run as fast as I should have at times, because it's kind of a long race, and I told you I got attention deficit disorder, I think. So I go in on lap 22 right here, and I'm in like P3, P4, whatever it said, and I don't take any tires, and I come right back out, and I'm in P8. I'm in P8 when I come out. Your boy Blue, there he is right in front of me. So, you know, it's kind of the same situation, but we are down a couple more spots, and I'm thinking somebody had to have not pitted. How many? Maybe it's like 4 people. You know, I'm hoping it's like 4 people, and they're all, you know, going to drop below me when the race is over with, and I'm going to be like P4 and he's going to be P3, because I know your boy Blue did pit. So when we come around here to the finish line, what's going to be the case? You know, how many places are we going to go up? Because I know we're going to go up some, because I know I'm not in P8. So let's see what happens right here. So coming around here to the finish line, Martin's first ever GT1 race. What's it going to be? We're going to gain any positions because of penalties. Boom, you saw it. P7. Martin comes in P7 in my first ever GT1 league race. And I'm pretty happy about that. But now you got to remember, I did qualify for 4th. So I was fast enough against all these guys to be the 4th fastest. And probably could have been a little faster than that. But consistency got me in the end, and I come in P7. The half-second penalty, I'm going to say I'm in the top 5. I may have been a little higher in top 5. I may have had a dadgum podium if it weren't for that. But anyway, I did get P7 in my first ever race. I'll take it. I'll put that money in the bank, get a little DR. We got a little bump on our DR, just a little bit. And so, sitting pretty good. You can see right here, here are the results from the race. Martin in 7th. Got 132 points. That's not bad. I will try again in Atlanta. At the time of this recording, I had already done that race, and let me tell you, It was the best race I have ever had, the most intense race I have ever had in this game. And playing this World Series, GT1 League, and VR is a dream come true. Go get yourself a VR headset. Don't listen to the naysayers. Them guys are idiots. I'm telling you, it is the bomb. It is so freaking awesome. Martin Sim Racing, signing out. See you soon on the next video. Holla.